Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my cold car. I should have started this vlog in the house, but someone was still sleeping, so I decided to come out to my car and let it warm up and start the vlog. So I'm doing a weekend vlog starting today on Friday. For this, I have a very busy weekend, but it's also Margaret started a Eras readathon this weekend. So I think she's doing 22 hours of sprints this weekend. So I am going to try to do 22 hours of reading over the next 3 days, which is going to be a challenge because I have plans Friday night and all day Sunday, or most of Sunday. And so I have to get a lot done on Saturday. So what I'm hoping is that I will do 22 hours of audiobook reading and all that good stuff. So I'm going to try to pack it in where I can. But I'm off to work this morning. I already have an hour under my belt because I've been listening to Bayou Moon by Ilana Andrews. I'm not sure what readathon prompts this fits. I'm sure there are some, since there are so many Taylor Swift themed prompts. However, I'm trying to fill up one board at a time, and if something like I read hasn't fit, I will try it on the next board is kind of what I'm doing. But there are a lot of prompts and a lot of boards, so what I'm doing is kind of just I'm still on debut, and what I'm doing is just like trying to fill it up and then moving on. And if something I read didn't fit on debut, I will try to put it on Fearless. So that's the plan. I'm pretty close to filling up the debut board. I will put it here, like where I'm starting, for your reference, and then we will update you as we go. But I'm listening to Bayou Moon right now because I'm buddy reading it with a friend. This is the second in the Edge series by the Andrews, and I've been reading so many Ilana Andrews books this year. It's ridiculous. I've gone through so much of their catalog, and I love it. I'm having a good time, but it's pretty much all I'm reading this year. And then I also have something else that I'm reading, but I can't think of what it is right now. Oh, Poison Heart, which I've been struggling to finish. I really need to finish that this weekend. I've been saying that for like 2 months now that I've been reading that book. And I have, it's just very slow. I was reading it physically and then I restarted it on audio. And yeah, so that's my update for this morning. I am off to work and I will lose 8 hours of reading to work. And then we will come home and try and read before I have to see people tonight. Good evening, everyone. So I am at almost 2 hours read at this point. It's 11 o'clock at night. I wish I was further ahead than that for this challenge, because that means like a lot of reading tomorrow. But I think I can do that. I'm not sure when sprints are happening tomorrow. I think they're happening tomorrow. I'm not sure. But I I had a friend gathering to go through to tonight, like almost immediately after work. And I got there and my brain isn't working. When I drove there, I couldn't listen to my audiobook because it was raining really hard and I was driving on the highway, so I actually turned on like just quiet music instead so I could concentrate. So I didn't get as much reading done today as I wanted to, but that's okay. I have this rest this weekend to work on that. I don't have any plans tomorrow. I probably have to go to the grocery store, and I have to I do want to like do some organizing and cleaning around here, which I can do with my audiobook on. I probably need to film a video. We'll see what all happens, but I am going to try to get a lot done tomorrow. I'm gonna make my to-do list before I go to bed tonight and then tackle it tomorrow morning. So I will see you then. Good morning, everyone. So it is currently 8:45, 8:45 here, and I've been up for a couple of hours already. So I can't sleep in. My brain doesn't let me. Sleeping like an hour past when I normally get up for work is like the limit. So I'm awake and I have been going through my closet, been making some hard cuts. I have too many clothes and I've been trying to cut some out. So I was working on that, and while I was doing that, I was listening to this Poison Heart, and I finally finished this book. I really enjoyed this. I immediately put a hold on the second book in this series at my library so that I can get it as soon as possible and listen to it, but I did really like this. The characters were fantastic for a like YA paranormal Greek retelling. I thought it did a lot of really interesting and unique things. Just overall really, really good. Really loved this. Took me forever to read it, but that's kind of because I'm in like some kind of, I don't know what kind of slump I'm in. If it's a life slump, if it's a reading slump, if it's a depression slump, we'll find out eventually. But yeah, that's what's happening right now. So I don't know what I'm going to read next. I'm taking a little break to watch a couple of YouTube videos so that I can jump into another book. But we are at 3 hours and 20 minutes done. We are one book and 3 hours done. And I also have an update for the Taylor Swift board for debut that I'm adding this one into YA romance, that prompt. It's not the best fit, but it fits. Like, there is a little bit of romance in here and it is YA, so it'll count. But yeah, probably not the best prompt that I could have used that for overall, but for the board that I'm working on, this fits. Hello everyone. So it is later. It's Saturday afternoon and I've been on sprints with everyone running. Brittany is running sprints and Margaret ran sprints earlier. And I have just finished The Pledge by Cole Dietrich, and I really enjoyed it. Had a good time with it. I'm not sure what my rating is going to be. I need to think about it a little longer. I totally like ran through that book in like 5 hours. But yeah, I had a good time with it. It's like a slasher about Sam, who survives a murderer who kills 3 of his friends, and he's the only survivor. And then he goes to college, and it seems like someone is after him again and starts killing his fraternity brothers. And it's a fun slasher. I think it might be YA, young adult, new adult, like that line. And it is Cal and Brianna's Boozy Book Club pick for March. So yeah, I had a fun time with it. I am now 8 hours into reading, I think, for 22 hours, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna hit that because I need to watch some of The Last of Us tonight to catch up so I can watch the finale tomorrow. And then tomorrow I also have a baby shower to go to. So we'll see if I get to the designated number of hours, but so far I'm having a lot of fun and getting a lot of reading done and feeling like I'm kind of out of my reading slump. So all good things. But I'm gonna go back to reading now. I'm still reading Bio-Moon by Ilana Andrews, and I think my next physical pick will be A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. We'll see. This might be it, might be something else. We'll see. Hello, good evening. It is almost midnight on Saturday night. So I have to try and I'm at exactly 10 hours of reading. I wish I'd gotten more done today. So if I want to hit 22 hours, I have to hit 12 hours tomorrow, which is going to be a little bit of a stretch because I have not a lot, but I have some obligations tomorrow. I have a baby shower to go to, and I have no clue how long that'll be, but the rest of my day is free. That's a lie. I have to watch 2 episodes of The Last of Us tomorrow, the last week's episode and the finale, and I also will probably get distracted at some point. So in the like 14 hours I'm awake, I have to somehow fit in 12 hours of reading. I'm probably awake more than 14 hours, but you get the idea. I finished a lot of books today. I finished The Pledge. I finished Poison Heart. I'm halfway through Bayou Moon. I made progress in Daisy Jones and the Six. It was a very productive reading day, but now I really want to go to sleep. So I'm going to try to listen to a little more of Bayou Moon until like midnight, and then I'm going to go to sleep. And then I'm going to wake up and hopefully read. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning. I am really trying hard to fit in my last hours of 22 hours today. I have a baby shower to go to, and like I said, I have some Last of Us to watch, so we will see where this goes. But I wanted to finish up talking about the books that I read yesterday. So I finished this Poison Heart early in the morning. This is by Kalynn Bayron, and in this we are following Briseis, who has a power over plants. Basically, she can make them grow, and she has some immunity to poison, and she doesn't really know where this power comes from because she's adopted, and she has just tried to control it her entire life. But someone contacts her and lets her know she inherited an estate from her birth family. So she and her moms go to this estate and explore what's there, and Briseis tries to explore her heritage and figure out what is going on and why she and it seems like her family has the power that they have. And it's super good, super interesting. I really loved this, and I just had such a fun time with it. I did think there were a couple of things that I can like nitpick at. It is YA, so there were a couple things that I was like, this could have been a little like cleaned up, but I did really like it. Solid 4-star book, I think. Then the other thing I read yesterday was The Pledge by Colt Dietrich, and this is I think I told you what this is about, that it's following Sam, who survived one murder spree and is going to college, and he has been super affected by this murder spree that he survived. And it's not a spoiler, he actually ended up having to kill the murderer in the first murder spree, and now he's going to school and trying to restart his life, trying to like get past this really traumatic thing that he went through, and trying to just kind of get back to some sense of normalcy. So he joins a fraternity and becomes a pledge there, and this is like the first couple of weeks of school where a murderer comes to campus and starts killing his fraternity brothers. It is, I think, also YA new adult range. It's a really fast read. It's queer, it's fun, it's a slasher. I just had a ton of fun with this one as well. I read this in like 5 hours yesterday. I couldn't put it down. It was just very compulsively readable, very easy to just keep going with. I think there were a lot of boys in this book to keep track of, and I thought the author did such a good job of giving them enough personality as secondary characters so that you knew which one was which. Like if they said something, they kind of like, there was the guy that liked horror movies, and kind of like as he would come up, like there would be little things that reminded you, oh, this is that guy, so that you could connect those characters with what they had done and their actions and everything. Like there were definitely levels of secondary characters here, but I thought the author did a good job of making them distinct enough that you could keep track of them. That was one of the really like big points of the book that I thought was excellently done. But overall, I enjoyed it a lot. I was completely just absorbed in it and theorizing. I had one person that I thought it was the entire time, and then it kept changing towards the end as well. It was kind of crazy. I really had a good time with this one. But now I'm reading Bayou Moon by Ilana Andrews. I'm back on my Ilana Andrews kick to reread with a friend. Well, actually, she's rereading. I'm reading for the first time. So I'm trying to get through some of that. I also listened to a good chunk of Daisy Jones and the Six yesterday and had a good time with that. I'm like 20% into that. It's taken me a little while just because that's kind of like the thing I'm reading when I'm not reading everything else. I'm trying to like clear my currently reading list because I still have like a couple of things that I'm currently reading. So I will update you because one of them is secret. 2 of them are secrets. So if I get to those today, I will tell you that I've made progress in my secret books. But for now, I am just reading Bayou Moon and Daisy Jones and the Six. I don't have a physical book going, so that might be something I pick up this morning. Anyway, I have to get back to reading. Good morning, everyone, again. So it is almost noon, and I don't really know when I'm leaving today for this baby shower, so I have just been watching sprints and reading all morning. I am at like 87 or 88% of Bayou Moon, and this book is just too long. Like, we've gone through so much. This could have been 2 books and it would have been better, I think, because I feel like we just keep getting thrown things that are like have been hinted at for a while but not really developed. So we're in the middle of this like really long explanation of some science, and I'm just like, this is so long. This could have been a whole other book. So it's fine. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna get through it. I like the Andrews. Like, this is probably sitting at like a 3-star for me, and I'm still going to keep going with this series, but it's not my favorite of their works. And then I think my next audiobook will be Daisy Jones and the Six, and I'm trying to pick what I'm going to read physically or on ebook, because I don't have like one of those going. So it might be Secret Society of Irregular Witches, but someone told me to push that till next month for Realmathon, so we'll see. But that's my update for now. Hopefully we'll finish Bayou Moon today, and since we're at, did I say that we're at nearly 16 hours of reading? That's what, 6 more today? I have at least 2 before, we'll see. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but we will find out. Hello everyone, so I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that I am caught up on The Last of Us, and I'm going to watch the series finale at 9 o'clock tonight. The bad news is that I'm not going to hit 22 hours of reading this weekend. I was pretty close. I think I ended up with 18 hours, which is just a little bit shy. I probably could have made it if I had more time on Friday to read, but I just didn't. Like, this weekend, Saturday was my only completely free day, and I still had to do like chores and run to the grocery store and stuff like that, and I didn't get it quite done. I was so close. So I might try and read after The Last of Us a little bit more and see if I can hit 20 hours, because I do have the day off tomorrow. I'm going to on a day trip with a couple of cousins just to kind of go and see them. Yeah, so I might try and read a little bit more tonight, but we'll see. I'm not gonna hit the full 22 hours, but I'm so pleased that I made so much progress and everything. Like, I'm so pleased that I finished 2 books this weekend. I'm close to finishing a 3rd. I made a lot of progress in Daisy Jones and the Six this afternoon. Like, I did read pretty much every opportunity I had except when I was watching The Last of Us and when I was out doing other things. So if I had kind of focused better during the week and caught up more on my show, I would have read more this weekend. But these are the things that happen. But I really, really wanted to watch The Last of Us live tonight, and I had a couple of episodes that I had to catch up on because I failed at watching it week to week. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I have about half an hour before The Last of Us starts, so I'm probably going to read up until then, and then that's like a full hour of a show, and then we'll see where we are at the end of the night. But yeah, so we're probably going to end up maybe at the most around 20 hours, so we'll see. And I've screwed up my stopwatch. I was so careful with starting and stopping my like timer this weekend, and then when I left for the baby shower today, I failed to stop it, so it added like 6 hours, so now I don't even have an accurate timer to show you guys. So that is unfortunate. I kind of lost the plot at the end of the weekend here, but the rest of the weekend was really good. This was great. I mean, I got a lot of reading done. I fulfilled some prompts. I had a lot of fun on sprints. What more can we ask for? 4 more hours of free time. Technically, I lost an hour because of daylight savings time, so I'm going to partially blame it on that. Not really. I decided to split my time between a TV show and books, and the TV show won. Oops. Good morning, everyone. So it is Monday morning. We're finishing up this vlog because I didn't quite finish it last night. I ended up watching The Last of Us and then talking to my sister about it till I went to bed and not reading. I watched a little YouTube, but it was like almost 11 o'clock and I thought, it's just not gonna... I don't know what she just said, but I do not know if I was gonna hit it either way, but I wasn't gonna hit it either way, but I thought I would read a little more, but I was too tired. So we ended up right around the 18.5-hour mark, which I'm really pleased with. I had such a good weekend. It was so fun. I'm gonna have to do this again, but I'm really hoping this broke my slumpiness. So if I didn't hit 22 hours, but I'm gonna read more in the next couple of weeks or months than I did this past couple of weeks, I'm gonna be thrilled. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see me again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I'm going to link Margaret and all the stuff about the Taylor Swift reading challenge in the description, as well as everybody I mentioned. So check that out there. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.